Okay, we're going to put the new tire on here. So I got a new tube. Got a new rim band to go in here also. So everything's going to be new on this wheel. Except for that little hub adapter. Everything is not new. Alright. And then we got another Avon front tire. Put it on front. First thing I do is blow all the dirt out of these things. You gotta peel all the labels off. They like putting labels all over the place. Okay. All the labels. Take my CRC and snot up the bead. Both sides. Alright. So we have a left side brake. So that means I'm on the right side of the bike right now. So the tire needs to go this way to be correct. Find the arrow. The arrow's going, oh, they got it marked in two different directions. Front and rear rotation. Oh, wonderful. We're going front. We're backwards. Front going that way. That would be correct for what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and bang this thing on there. There it goes. It's a rubber-faced hammer. Don't do much damage unless you beat on something really hard. Okay, now you put the tube in there. Where's my pull at? Got buried around here. Okay, we got a core puller, a rim puller. There's our tube over here. And that. Pull that out. Double check the torque on the nut here. Good. Pull out the valve core. Okay. Blow it up with some air, make sure it's good. It also takes the flat spot out of it. Only hear one leak. That one. Good. Okay, this little tool here pulls it through the tire for you. So this screws in the valve stem, and you can just pull this thing through the rim. Works pretty good. A lot easier on your fingers. Through. Okay. Fold the tube in half a little bit, shove it in the side tire. When you fold it like this, it'll straighten down the side of the tire and won't wrinkle. Kind of important. Wave it around until its core comes out. See it? A little bit of tension there. Make sure you got the nut nearby. Have to pop it back in. as soon as you can. Deeper as you can a little bit. Alright, then you go ahead and put the rest of the tube in. Your tire. Okay. Then blow it up inside the tire, let it kind of center itself up, unfold itself. Get the stem all the way in there. All that stuff. Nozzle won't put air in there unless it sticks through far enough to get to, which makes it hard. There it goes. Do 2 or 3 times until it seems like it's good. Always recenter it a little bit each time. Got to get the wrinkles and folds out. Pretty good. We'll do it one more time. Double check your rotation, make sure you're good. Alright, put the tire on. So the valve stem goes here. You do not want to put the tire in there yet. It'll pop it off. Pop off the valve stem, which you don't want to do. Tube should be inside the tire so you won't pinch it. At least that's how it's supposed to be. Make sure the tire goes up inside the drop center and make sure the tube is not sticking out over here in the way. If you check all that stuff, you won't pinch a tube. You got to keep pressure over here so it doesn't unfold itself. Unbeat itself, whatever you want to call it. There's too much tension there because it's not in the drop center over there. Get it back up in the drop center and then you can do this side again easier. Easier that way, so once you got it in there. Okay. Make sure your valve stem is square, sticking up straight. Put a little air in it. Pop the bead. If you hear any air leaks, you got a problem. Maybe you pinched it. 1 and 2. It took 72 pounds. Let all the air out and then you put the core in it. You let the air out, the tube will recenter itself again. So you don't want any folds in a tube. Let the air blow out as you put air in it. The air is between a tube and a tire because it pulled away when there for a minute. Once you do that, you should have no air leaks when you're holding it. I usually put 36 pounds in them. 19. Put a little spit on the valve stem, make sure it doesn't make a balloon. No balloon means no leak. Clean it off. Tighten up your nut a little bit, not much. You're good to go. Nothing to it. Let me get the balance it. Gotta find our correct chrome plated valve core cover, stem cover. I think it's on the wrong side. So I go over here and put it on. And I gotta balance this thing. Except I used a rear axle already. To get me another axle. Come on, where does this thing not want to go? There it goes. Jeez. Thought I knew how to put something on a nut. Just a nut and a bolt, right? Okay, so our balancing stand is right here. Yeah. Need an axle. This goes over here. As you can see, we need a long axle. Okay, got me a long axle. Okay, spacers in this at all? Nope. Okay, so we need a couple spacers. Okay, so you balance this, you have to have a spacer inside the hub so you can actually push against the bearing. If you don't push against the bearing and push the timken all the way in, then the hub will drop down because there's clearance between the timkins, and that'll give you a false balance. So you got to make sure you do that. So I've got 2 axle spacers here I use. Alright, we've got our axle right here that we're going to use. This side. Ah, damn spacer is just a piece of junk. Yeah, it's got a big lip in there, that's why it doesn't work. Keep having problems with that one. So I'm going to give me a different one. Okay, so you got me another one here. Put it on the short side. There you go. Pull that through. That. Pull that down. Okay, so it's called gravity balancing. That means Mother Nature does it for you. So all I gotta do is make sure the two bearings are pushed together. And I just rotate the axle back and forth a little bit and see how the tire automatically drops down to where the high spot, the heavy spot's on the bottom. Once you find the heavy spot, then you know what you're doing. Seems to be about there. So somewhere up in this area, we need to put a weight. How much weight do you need? About a 3/4 ounce, I think. Okay, there's a weight right there. Okay, you gotta make sure you put the Timken bearings together. You rock it back and forth so the bearing is going rattling back and forth because you got seal drag. So you have to compensate for all that by going back and forth. Looks about there. Put a weight in there and got a lot of drag on the seals here, so gives you a false illusion. But obviously the wheel's going back up, so it wants another weight on it, or a heavier weight. See where it stops up here. Stops right there. Pretty close to where the weight was already. So it needs a heavier weight than that one. Or it needs another weight. Move up to a 1 ounce weight. I think I need to move it one hole over. Okay, try it again. Wants more weight. That's pretty far out. Surprised. Probably because this stuff's all the way off center. Okay, so that's a 1 ouncer. So I need a 3/4 and a half, it looks like. Oh, the damn open bag's out. Jeez. That's 1 ounce. Half ounce. Okay, so I got a 1/2 ounce and a 3/4 ounce. It equals 1. If that doesn't work, I got 2 3/4 right here I can use. So take off the 1, put a 3/4 there, put a 1/2 right there. Let's see what happens this time. Still appears to be moving a little bit. Get it off, put a 3/4 on there. Yeah, quit moving there. Go 180 over without losing your weight. Those are 2 spokes they were on. Yep, I didn't bang them on there, so they moved. And of course, I have no hammer anywhere near me. Okay, it was on that one though. Ah. All right, fall. I don't know where I'm at right now, so if in doubt, recheck it. I'm going to be light right now, so it's going to move. So we'll double check in your work too and see if it comes back in the same spot each time. If it doesn't repeat, you're not very accurate. Appears to be right there. And we one spoke off from there, which is exactly what it should have done. So good. Okay. Check it again. Pretty good. Turn 180. Appears to be staying put. That's a good sign. That means you have the right weights. So we used an inch and or 1.5 ounces. That's quite a bit, especially on a little narrow 19. On the rear tire, I only used a 3/4 or a half. I forget which one, but I only used one. Okay. Bang those on. That's all it takes. So right now it's going downhill. It's gonna come off the rack almost. All right. So where'd my weights go? There they are. They're coming around. So these are split weights. They just bang up onto the spoke nipple there, which look like this. So you just put them, just bang them up on there. They don't have to go all the way up. This one's all the way up, this one's not. Wherever they fit tight is all that matters. If you want to make it more even, you can bang it a little bit further, but that's all it takes. Alright, so that's it for mounting, balancing, and all that stuff. Okay, I'm going to get all this mess cleaned up and we'll put the wheel on the bike.